Hi, my name is Sally Ann Stearns, and I come from beautiful Butte, America, where I have lived since 1985. 86, when we moved here when I was in 5th grade. So I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 coming up here at the end of the summer. It is almost Memorial Day 2019, and it's raining outside, of course. Beautiful Butte, America. A lot could be clipped out because I don't think that worked. Anyways, the reason I am making this video is because I was diagnosed with Morgellons disease, in, oh gosh, well, that's a good couple. Actually, was diagnosed a year ago. I started having severe symptoms about a year before that. So, also have received a super ton of other diagnoses. I am supposed to be going to a disability hearing here really soon. My situation isn't very good right now. Basically, I am like most of my rent behind that I owed the bank basically for last month, and this month's is due, as well as a fee I needed to be able to be a vendor at the Folk Fest. So I don't know what to do. I've got my family and best friend, big huge German Shepherd Ivan. He is around 14-ish. I've had him for a few years now, 2.5, I guess, and I won't go anywhere without him, and so that's why I don't live the mission, I guess, right now. I seem to have cleared a lot of issues I've had for a lot of years. Well, I guess to backtrack some history. So I was bit as a young teenager, right before around the puberty years, and I don't know, that was a rough time. A lot of pain, a lot of cramps. I had me curled in a ball in my bed, and a lot of depression to the point of writing like insane asylum poems, which were actually pretty good. And then I think I noticed some weird, just sudden random fatigue and experiences during sports practices and events, particularly running in the tennis court lines, but who likes to do those? And also I felt, you know, a little bit more tired kind of suddenly, all of a sudden, in college. I had my first, so before college, I went on a missionary trip to Nicaragua before my senior year. I came back and I got pregnant, and I graduated looking like a giant purple grape. And since I was so not ready, my aunt and uncle, who were missionaries, adopted Josiah. And I got to hang out with him for a year in Tulsa. When I went down there, I was kind of sent down. It was kind of a compromise, you know. It wasn't going to be our institute. Wow, that being sticking I'm in the middle of some massive clearing stuff following a CT contrast, which I kind of noticed the same thing the last one. But the symptoms are kind of more obvious this time. Where were we? When I was pregnant with Josiah, there was a unknown mass, hole, whatever, on his heart. Benign tissue, they called it, and went on with their lives and ate lots of Taco Johns because I worked there until my belly could not fit over the counter anymore. And then I crocheted baby blankets. And then I had him and went off to college down in Tulsa, Oral Roberts University, about 13 days later, I think it was. But that next time around was fun when I started. I think my roommate thought I was dying. Anyways, so I leave Oklahoma in 98. I think it was summertime, end of summer 98, maybe, something like that. And also got bit again in college. And just the way my memory's working now, and how difficult it is to talk, but yet how much better I'm looking than the videos I took last week. I was first bit near Rogers, Arkansas, on Beaver Lake at my grandparents'. We were going out to eat gooseberries, catch fireflies at dusk, and I'm betting when we walked back in the dark, probably something fell on my head or something, because I woke up with it, and I don't even know if it was the next day, the day after, when, but I noticed at my head. I remembered it being removed with a heated pin, which I also had my friend do to the other more obvious one. I don't know, I feel like it was on my arm or something, armpit, somewhere I couldn't do it myself, but anyways, that happened around 98 as well. So, I come back. I went to Spokane after the summer. Worked for my aunt 6 months in the arts and craft shows and wholesale market business. She's in Spokane, and we did a lot of business around Seattle. And then I moved back when the holidays were over, and serving tables again. Got pregnant with my daughter. And she was born healthy, besides the fact that she had some clubfoot surgeries at 9 months. One was considered a true one, and the rearrangement of the bones with the pins and screws and stuff happened, and the other one was considered a false one, like where her tendon was too small. It was like cut and lengthened or whatever. And she's actually done really well. The shoes can be a bit difficult and her ankles hurt, but she's a gorgeous, beautiful girl who is having some of her own skin and medical symptoms as well. She's 19 now. So, when she was a baby, I decided to start and open a child care center with my sister, who was working in one. Dad had a perfect building on the property, and I was having a hard time leaving her a couple nights to serve tables, and then that became difficult and just wasn't worth it, and it just somehow all came together. And so we started doing that when she was 9 months, around 9 months. She was almost born the year 2000. She was born winter solstice of 1999. And it's a picture of her. She's younger here. Jubilee. What's that? My poor dying plants. Okay. So, I've never been a plant killer. My air plants are alright. There's a little bee in the background as well. So, okay. Did a lot of like working into late nights and through the nights sometimes, starting businesses from scratch, just basically hard labor. But the business was very successful from the get-go, and we had lots of room to expand, which we did, and then it's continued to happen since I have no longer run that business. But it also was very physically exhausting, and also power struggles with my sister were not very pleasant. And yeah, that's like when I first noticed seeing myself probably like freaking out a little more than I should be. When I was really passionate about something. So, anyways, that's lots of fun. But I'm hoping the reality of it is that I can regain normalcy. I think there's a flaw in my code. All right, then. So yeah. Anyways, so my daughter is got to be almost in kindergarten, and I just can't keep up with doing the business anymore, and handing that over to her and getting an agreement to go teach her at Montessori, so my daughter can go to school at Montessori, because I don't really like the ones in this town, which was probably a bad attitude to have because it didn't work well for her in the end. Anyways, I'm saying that I was better than last week. I think that was just like the 2 minutes following the bath I took. I've been doing a ton of neem oil, and I had sort of some skin symptoms happen. Top of my head. There's a very bad spot here. It hurts. This one was very bad, and it seems to be clearing up. It's been going on for 1.5 years up there. It blows my mind. I really can't believe it's been that long. And so when my daughter was going to Montessori, I had a new man, friend, partner, whatever, lover, whatever you'd call that thing I had back then. And I worked at a coffee shop, and I started drinking a lot of really good cappuccinos, and started liking white chocolate and cappuccinos as well, and I still do. Although my drink would be about a 5-ounce white chocolate breve, half sweet. Yeah. So, also was eating a lot of chocolate. We were going out to eat a lot, and a lot more sugar. Oh my god, you can see my veins and stuff don't normally pop out like that. That's insane. In fact, I'm a very, very difficult blood draw. Although, after clearing this severely, especially in like spots like that, it behaves much better, which is great, because it got up to the point to where I'd go out of town to get some like labs run that would really just show that my hormones were normal when they quite clearly are not. I would get poked like 12 times, but now it's down to 1 or 2 times, not so bad. Although that was really the only spot they were able to get it for a long time, maybe with you know, my skin just continuing to get less and less puffy, that, you know, it probably will be a possibility of that one. Is just very, very deep under there, and there's just a certain way. Those are some other scars that kind of show basically that there's like a very deep center to these things, you know, as you can kind of see. I really want to color my hair because I finally started getting like actual patches of gray hair like this past year. It was always like 1 or 2. But I really like how it just, you know, and it even looks lighter, just automatically in the sun turns blonder. There's some gray. Oh my god, is it the new hair coming out that's gray? Great. I am turning it to Cruella up. Devil. Just kidding, Ivan. This is how my hair is coming out, and apparently gray as well. So I think I can say goodbye to the wannabe Marilyn Monroe days, and I don't know. Old age is gonna get me soon, but there's always a second chance for those of us that have lost our entire adult lives to Lyme disease and the most horrid co-infection ever with it. So these are so chapped too. I hate chapped lips. I'm such a water drinker because I hate chapped lips. But since this CT contrast scan is like coming out in layers, and when I went to go see my friend yesterday on the drive, half-hour drive, I literally like exfoliated and re-moisturized him like 5 times. But the stuff always grew right back. Oh my god, I'm having a huge pain in the top of my head. It feels like I'm having an aneurysm. I should probably do these little video things in segments, break it down into chapters, make myself an outline, try to not be so distracted. But anyways, naturally I'd could pull off, you know, I always liked public speaking classes because, well, this isn't the reason why, I just like public speaking and I don't mind it. And I guess that's the preacher's daughter in me. Little confession. Anyways, they would just keep like growing right back. Every smooth time they just like psh. I don't know what's going on, but there's stuff coming out. I need a better camera. So I think I'm gonna pick this back up where I left off. Fill in any holes. Lay down for a minute. Try to regain. I don't know if this is this Chiari Mel or Cheery Cheerio, Chorito malformation that I suddenly developed. Apparently wasn't there in previous head scans I'd had, although I don't know. I'll talk more about this, some of the specifics of all that. Alright, I am getting the hair dye. So much for all natural.